Las Vegas is treating the Milwaukee Bucks nicely right now. They may have taken the high roll in the draft, but Las Vegas is proving that they may have just walked away with the jackpot and a nice diamond in the rough for their team this year. I'm Jake Finnerty, and welcome on into Bucks Digest. Keep it locked on all things Milwaukee Bucks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. 95% of our viewers are still not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on all rumors, news, and more surrounding the Milwaukee Bucks here on Bucks Digest. But, as just mentioned, the Bucks may have their diamond in the rough. They may have their next big stud. But before we get into that, Las Vegas has been providing some more news for the Milwaukee Bucks as of yesterday. And per Shams, they've been holding a workout for none other than veteran guard Isaiah Thomas and more. Per Shams, the 35-year-old guard worked out with the Milwaukee Bucks on Wednesday in Las Vegas. Justice Winslow, Hamidou Diallo, Will Barton, and Jalen Noel were also present at this workout. Now, I'm one for seeing all the options that we have open with this team. You know, what rosters we can get together, what players we can add to this arsenal if needed. But let's not forget, we just added Gary Trent Jr. to this roster this week. Chris Middleton may be out with an injury, but he's supposed to be ready for training camp and for the season in the coming weeks. He's recovering from ankle surgeries. And with that Gary Trent signing, we don't have any room on this roster. If you look right here at the depth chart, there are 15 guys on this roster. 15 guys is all that is allowed. So the real question remains now, is someone getting dumped after this summer league? As you see there in the fifth unit, MarJon Beauchamp is kind of on that cusp. He had two great, outstanding starts to the Summer League in two games that Doc Rivers recommended that he get in, thinking that Doc Rivers was probably going to find a way to get him into this rotation this year, make him a bigger part of the team, kind of work on what Beauchamp can bring to the team because they need more offense off the bench. As we've talked about, they were 19th in the league last year in bench points. They need more explosiveness on the defensive end as we're trying to switch up and be a little bit more versatile on that side of the ball. Beauchamp has those potential skills to do that. The real question is how much faith and how much do you see in him in the Summer League to do that? Do we think that this is just to apply some pressure to play a little bit better? Honestly, I think so. I think this is, we're seeing what we got. We're seeing what guys are going to be on the market come time if there's a trade, if we have an open spot later in the season. But honestly, I don't think anyone's going to be signed in Milwaukee over the next couple of weeks or next couple of days even after these workouts. I think it's kind of just, what do we have going down the road, going forward? You have room on your G League squad, likely. Isaiah Thomas hasn't even played in the league in 2 years. The last time was with Utah. And even so, I just don't really see or want Isaiah Thomas on this team. He's not a guy that we really need to back up Dame or any other guard that we just bring, Gary Trent for that matter. Any other guard that we just brought into this team. Because I think we got the guy that's going to be that explosive piece off the bench, and that is A.J. Johnson, who has been absolutely balling out in the Summer League. This is our hidden gem right here, people. I'll be the first to admit it. When John Horst made this pick at 23, I was skeptical. Not that I didn't see the promise or the potential, because the athleticism was there in camp. We just didn't see enough from him when he was playing over in Australia. Well, in 3 games in the Summer League, I could already say right now, he's going to be a bona fide star on this team, a bona fide stud coming up over the next couple of years, because I think that this is just proof. This is a guy who's got the athleticism, who's got all the tools that you need for this team. In the most recent Summer League game against the Clippers, he had 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks and a steal to add to that as well. Providing on the defensive end, providing on the offensive end. I think he's just got everything that this team wants. If we pull up some of these highlights right here, look at that, strong finishes going to the rim. He's even got the 3-point shot here that you could see. The quick catch and shoot, catch and release. I really like what we're seeing from A.J. Johnson. He's got the build. He's got the explosiveness. Now, this also adds to the depth of something that we really were missing on this Milwaukee Bucks squad, and that's the fact that we need deep guard play. We need guys on the wings and in the backcourt that are going to provide for us. A.J. Johnson, though I was down on him, right now I could tell you he's going to be exactly what this team needs. But to even add more to that, I think I am already ready to make a comparison on who I think he's going to play like or who he reminds me of. And that's De'Aaron Fox. He's got the explosiveness. He sees the plays. He's got the playmaking as well. And just finds a way to get a bucket through contact, through the speed, and even having that shot. I really like what we're seeing from Johnson and getting the high praise, or me giving him the high praise, I should say, of a De'Aaron Fox archetype. I think that's perfect, and that is exactly what can add to this team, because you have Damian Lillard, who is going to anchor you at the three-point shot. If you have a slashing quick, explosive guard right next to him, well, then you're set. I'm not saying, we obviously know Johnson is not going to start on this team day one, but we do know that if they're mixing up rotations, mixing up sets in really who's on the court, I think he's going to fit well there. Even put him next to Dalen Wright. Dalen Wright, who's going to be a playmaking, defense-first kind of guy. You have Johnson, who can provide the offense right next to him. Then you have Gary Trent, who you just brought in, a sharpshooter. Let's see how he pairs with him. Oh, he could shoot, he could drive, he could do everything, and he could even dish it out to him. Giannis needs a shooter on the outside as well. Brook Lopez is going to be clogging up that arc, but even so, he'll be right there. A.J. Johnson is going to glue this team together when he is on the court, and I cannot wait for it. If you want to see him ball out in the regular season, make sure you comment down below and keep it locked here on Bucks Digest.